Hello dear grade 10 students and welcome to this English class. Today we have a grammar lesson about past simple and past progressive, so please take your student book on page 26. So today's objectives are 1. Recall the different forms and the uses of the past progressive. 2. Compare and contrast the past progressive to the past simple. 3. Practice using past tenses by choosing the right alternative. And number 4, create a dialogue using the past simple and the past progressive. So dear student, to start our lesson, I'd like you to look at the picture, read the two sentences, then answer the question below. So these are the two sentences, and this is the question. Alright, so let's answer question number 1. What were they doing at 11 o'clock? The answer is excellent. Yesterday, Jim and Lisa were playing tennis at 11 o'clock. I have just one more question, dear student. Which tense is highlighted in the above sentence? Yes? So it's the past progressive. Very good. And now I'd like you to answer the following question. What were you doing today at 7 o'clock in the morning? Yes. At 7 o'clock I was running to catch the bus. What about you? At 7 o'clock I was still sleeping. I didn't hear the alarm. Anyone else? Yes? As for me, at 7 o'clock I was eating my breakfast. So based on the example that you have seen, let's try to infer the form of the past progressive. So the form of the past progressive is, have a look at the example. I was eating my breakfast. So we are going to start with the subject plus to be in the past, which means was or were, plus the verb, plus ing. Excellent. Okay, so let's now think about the uses of the past progressive tense. That's why I'd like you to describe the picture using past progressive and then you try to infer its use. Yes? Mom was making dinner at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Very good. So, why did we use the past progressive here? It's used for actions that were happening at a specific time in the past. Alright, so, any volunteer to describe the second picture? Yes? So, the sun was shining and the birds were singing as we were having a picnic at the park. So, why do we use the past progressive here? Yes? Excellent. So, the past progressive is used to describe background scenes in a story, to set the scene in a story. Alright, so let's move to the last picture. Who would like to describe the last picture? Yes? While Kate was ironing the clothes, Jane was hovering the carpet. Good. So why do we use here the past progressive? Yes? For actions that were happening at the same time in the past. Very good. And now, dear student, I'd like you to open your book on page 26, exercise A. So please read the examples and note the words in blue. These are the words in blue. Then match them with the rules. These are the rules about the uses of the past progressive. So please, dear student, pause the video for 2 minutes, do the task, then get back to me. Alright, so let's correct. So sentence number 1, the men were working on a building site when the tsunami struck. The answer is B, which means we use the past progressive for an action in progress in the past which was interrupted by another action. This is the action that was in progress. The men were working. What's happened then? Then the tsunami struck. So we have long action, short action. Okay, so let's move to sentence number 2. I was holding the ropes while my friend was climbing. The answer is C. So we use it for actions that were happening at the same time in the past. I was holding at the same time my friend was climbing. Good. The last sentence. It was pouring and we couldn't find shelter. So here the answer of course is A, which means we use the past progressive to give background information. Alright, so let's move to exercise B, page 26. Please, dear student, pause the video, read the examples, and then answer the 2 questions. Alright, so before answering the 2 questions, I'd like you to tell me which tense is used in example A and B. Yes? So here we have the past progressive, very good. Then, past simple, example B. We have past simple for both verbs, excellent. Let's move now to question number 1. In which example did the 2 actions happen one after the other? The answer is very good. It's in example B. When the rescue team found Richard, they took him to hospital one after the other. Question 2. In which example did one action happen while another action was in progress? Of course, it's in example A. Richard was climbing when he fell. So an action that was in progress and another action came to interrupt it. Excellent. Alright, so now that we have seen the different uses of the past progressive, let's recall the different uses of the past simple. So we use the past simple for completed action in the past. Example, they visited London 2 years ago. Also, we use the past simple for a series of completed actions. Example, he broke into the house, he stole the jewelry, and then he left. The last use is habits in the past. Example, he went camping a lot when he was a child. So to better understand the difference between the past progressive and the past simple, please check the grammar reference page 80. Read this box. Once you finish, answer the 2 questions. Number 1, can we use the past progressive and the past simple in the same sentence? Question number 2, tell the tense used with the conjunctions as, while, when, as soon as. So please, dear student, pause the video for 2 minutes, read the box, and answer the 2 questions. Okay, so let's correct. Question number 1. Can we use the past progressive and the past simple in the same sentence? The answer is, of course, yes. Let's check the grammar reference. So we use the past progressive and the past simple in the same sentence when one action interrupted another in the past. So we use the past progressive for the longer action. Have a look at the example. While I was watching TV, the telephone rang. So I was watching TV. It's a long action that was in progress, and another action came to interrupt it. And we use the past simple for the shorter action. Have a look at the example. When the telephone rang, I was watching TV. So we said that rang is short action, was watching TV is the longer action. Let's move now to question number 2. So which tense is used with the conjunctions as, while, when, as soon as? So with while and as, we use the past progressive. With when and as soon as, we use the past simple. And now it's time to practice with exercise C, page 26, in which you are going to choose A, B, C, or D. So let's, dear student, do the first one together. When I was younger, I camping with my father all the time. The right answer is used to go. How can we justify this choice? It's by the presence of the expression when I was younger, which means in the past, and all the time, it indicates that it's a habit. It's a repeated action in the past. So please, dear student, pause the video for 3 minutes, do the task, then get back to me. Alright, so let's correct. Number 2, once thou things as planned. The answer didn't turn out. And this could be justified by the use of the expression once. It's a one-time action in the past. Number 3, while we dinner outside our tent. While we were having dinner. Why did we choose the past progressive? Because we have the conjunction while. Excellent. Number 4, the weather suddenly and strong wind starts blowing. So here we have to choose the simple past. It's a short action in the past. Number 5, we knew that a sandstorm what? Was coming. Good. Here he is giving background information. Very good. So we ran towards our car. We got into the car, and for a few minutes we could see absolutely nothing. The sandstorm didn't last long, but it was a frightening experience. We spent the night in the car, and the next day we got up very early in the morning and what? And left. Excellent. And left. Why did we choose the simple past in example number 6 and number 7? It's because we have series of completed action in the past. Number 8, as we home, my father looked at me and said, this is the first and the last time that we go camping without checking the weather forecast. The answer is yes. We're driving. Excellent. Why did you choose the past progressive? Because we have the conjunction as. Excellent. And now, dear student, it's your turn to create a dialogue using the past simple and the past progressive. And to facilitate your task, I'm going to show you a short dialogue as a model. Have a look at it. Hi, John. How was it yesterday? Hi, Smith. It wasn't that bad. I called you yesterday, but you didn't answer. Where were you? I was busy and I didn't hear the phone ringing. What were you doing? I was photocopying a report I needed to send to a client. So that's all for today. Thanks a lot and see you next time.